Question is, how do you follow up in an MLM? Well, the fact that you even asked that question makes me realize that you probably don't understand MLM or sales, which means, I need to give you a lot of advice here. So you follow up in an MLM just like you'd follow up any other way. An MLM is nothing but an opportunity, network marketing organization that has a product or service that's being distributed through a network. Folks, it doesn't matter if you're an MLM or any other company. You follow up pretty much the same way. The problem is most salespeople don't follow up at all, which costs companies millions of dollars in revenue, and it costs salespeople thousands and millions in commission. I think the average is 10% of the salespeople follow up with customers, when in reality, 90% of the customers, if they were to be followed up on, would be interested in your product or service. So the number one thing I can recommend anybody does and does well is follow up. But your question is, how do I follow up if I'm in an MLM? Well, you follow up in an MLM just like you'd follow up any other company. An MLM is simply an opportunity to do business. They're just not advertising on television. They're using the network marketing approach, which means they hire or attract distributors that buy the product, become part of the testimonials, and then run out and tell their friends and family. And then their friends tell their friends, tell their friends, tell their friends, but you follow up the same way. You follow up just like you would if you were selling cars. You'd follow up just like you would if you were selling financial products. It doesn't matter what you're selling, you follow up the same way, which is number one, do it. Because 90% of salespeople don't follow up, and it costs the company they're working for millions of dollars, and it costs them millions of dollars. There'd be millions of dollars more in salespeople's pockets if they just followed up. Companies would make millions of dollars more if their salespeople would just follow up. In an MLM company, there's no difference. Okay, you follow up the same way. Instead of saying, hey, are you ready to move forward on this vehicle? Hey, are you ready to move forward on this opportunity? Hey, are you ready to move forward on this real estate? Hey, are you ready to move forward on this opportunity? See, network marketing, MLM, is just simply an opportunity to expose your product or service to a group of people that you personally know. That's why they call it network. It's people in your network. Okay, so you just simply introduce the opportunity to make money and represent this product, or you represent the opportunity to take the product. And so you follow up the same way. You follow up just like it's any other thing, man. Now here's how I recommend how you follow up. I recommend that after the opportunity's been presented, you give it 24 hours and then you send them a reminder. Hey, looking forward to doing business with you. Let me know if you need any more information. Within 3 days after that, hey, saw this article, thought you might like it. You see, you follow up with value. You don't follow up and say, you ready to buy yet? You ready to buy yet? You ready to buy yet? You follow up with value. You do a little research. You take a little of your time and you work for your customer or the potential customer, the prospect. Put a little work. You invest into the relationship. You invest into the exchange. Now, how do you do that? Do a little research. Look at their social media page. See what they're commenting on. Comment on their posts. See what they're into. And then basically use your imagination to figure out, hey, how can I provide value to this person? Because what I recommend is when you follow up with value. You don't follow up with questions. You're not annoying. You don't want to annoy the people. You want to follow up professionally. Follow up is simply an opportunity to build a relationship or to continue to build a relationship. So how do we build a relationship? Well, we introduce ourselves. Well, that was the initial conversation. Now, how do we follow up? Well, here, maybe you buy them tickets to a freaking event that they mentioned during the conversation. Maybe you send them a chew toy for their dog. Maybe you send them a congratulations because their daughter just got married. Maybe you send them an article to give them a little more information about your product or service so they can make a best decision. See, you quit worrying about selling them something and you start worrying about building a relationship. See, if most people that really wanted to learn how to sell more would just stop selling, they'd sell more. It sounds ridiculous, but it's true. If the first intention is reaching out your hand and making a relationship, establishing a relationship, building a friend, building a communication bridge with people, if you just simply looking to build a relationship, I don't want to sell you anything, I just want to establish a relationship, get to know one another, and if I can help you out, then that's awesome also. But if your first intention is to build a relationship, you get that frickin' desperation away from you, people lower their guard a little bit better, and now you start to have an open conversation and you ask the right questions, and then ultimately you find out how you can help your customer. Now and only now should you think about selling them anything. That's how you sell, that's how you follow up, and that's how you follow up in an MLM. The only difference between an MLM and anything else is nothing. Okay? An MLM is a product or service. Sometimes the product could be the opportunity. Sometimes it could be lotions and potions. Sometimes it could be, coaching and courseware. It doesn't matter what the product is. You follow up the same way with value. I gotta smoke a cigar.